In our increasingly globalized business environment, understanding communication styles across cultures isn't just helpful, it's essential. Cultural miscommunication costs businesses millions annually, with an estimated 70% of international ventures failing due to cultural miscommunication. The divide between direct and indirect communication represents one of the most significant cultural fault lines in business interactions. Direct communication, common in low-context cultures like the United States, Germany, and the Netherlands, is characterized by explicit, clear messaging. These cultures value honesty and efficiency, and they rely minimally on context or relationship history. The quote, "Can you speed this up by 3 weeks?" is a perfect example of this style. Indirect communication, typical in high-context cultures like Japan, China, and Brazil, relies heavily on nuance and implied meaning. These cultures prioritize harmony and face-saving, and they depend heavily on context and existing relationships. The response, "I'll try," from an Indian subordinate in this context, is a classic example of indirect communication, where the implied meaning is actually, "It won't happen." Mastering these differences is a crucial skill for any global leader. It allows you to navigate feedback, negotiate successfully, and ensure your message is understood as intended, regardless of where you are in the world. Now that we understand the difference between direct and indirect communication, let's explore practical strategies for mastering global feedback and negotiations. A key strategy is to build trust first. In relationship-oriented cultures, such as those in Japan, Latin America, and India, you must prioritize establishing rapport before discussing specific terms or giving direct feedback. This creates a foundation of psychological safety. Another critical strategy is to frame your message strategically. When dealing with high-context cultures, highlight harmony, emphasize relationships, and look for implied meaning. When interacting with low-context partners, be explicit, focus on facts and data, and ensure your message is clear and concise. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, learn to ask open questions. Instead of a direct demand like, "When can I expect this report?" rephrase it as an open-ended question that allows for a more indirect response. For example, "Will you have it by Thursday?" This approach gives your partner room to save face and communicate their true availability without a direct conflict. When negotiating with partners from indirect cultures, listen not just for what is being said, but for what is not being said. Qualifications and verbal pauses, like "perhaps," "we'll see," or "I'll try," and changes in body language often signal concerns that they won't express directly. Mastering these cultural communication tools transforms potential conflicts into collaborative opportunities, driving successful global negotiations and partnerships.